Very good evening, my dear friends. Today, our resource person, Dr.P.Manjula Madam Garu. Madam has already joined. She is waiting for our better rank. So we will ready to listen her wonderful session because of today and tomorrow session is most important in the ecology biodiversity, that is succession, plant succession. It is most important. So we would like to invite Dr. P. Manjula Madam Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Food and Nutrition, RBVRR Women's College, Autonomous, Hyderabad. Madam, please welcome, share your screen and start your session. Our students are eagerly waiting for you. Maria Mahavin, Naina, Nafis Sultana, Vijay and Nayana and other friends also waiting for you, madam. Please start your session. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, one and all. So today's topic is ecological succession. Sir, is it visible screen?
Please, slideshow. Please click on slideshow. Yes, it's visible, clearly visible. Proceed, madam.
Okay, thank you, sir. So today's topic is ecological succession. So ecological succession means it is the gradual replacement of one community by the other. So here the one place it is replaced by one another community like that. So finally, final community or climax community is formed. Okay, so it is the orderly process of community change in a unit area. So it is called as the ecological succession according to E.P. Odom. So it is a process of ecosystem development. So these are the definitions of ecological succession. So here that is the gradual replacement of one community by the other, and at last the final climax community is formed and it is stable. So it is called as the ecological succession. So that is the same area which is replaced by different ecosystems. Okay. So here for example, here generally this ecological succession which starts on the bare area. That is bare area means there is no living organisms in that area. So in that area, so some first lower organisms are the organisms which can survive in that condition. They can start growing. And after some time, so some changes in that area will occur. That is changes in the soil, like that. So here they will occur, and here the same area which is now it is suitable, not suitable for the first organisms. So another organisms will occupy the same area like that. Here same area which is occupied by the different different communities. Okay, and at final climax community is formed. It is called as the ecological succession. So here so again it is of two types, that is primary succession and secondary succession. In primary succession, that is a bare rock area. It is occupied by first lichens start growing. Next, it is replaced by small annual plants and lichens. Next, this area is replaced by grasses and perennials. And again, it is replaced by grasses, shrubs, shade intolerant trees. And again, it is replaced by shade tolerant trees like that. So same area, it is occupied by different communities, and here final stage is formed. It is called as the climax community. Okay, so during this process, so the changes in this area will occur. So here first it is a bare rock area, but finally here the soil formation will occurring. Okay, like that. So it is a orderly process. Okay. So here first one, the area, first organism which occupied the bare area, it is called as a pioneer species. Next, it is followed by intermediate species, and final climax community is formed. So community means it is a combination of different populations. So a group of different populations, they constitute the community. Population means group of individuals of a particular species or same species. Group of same individuals, they constitute the population. So the community in an ecosystem, it is not stable. So they pass through many developmental stages in definite sequence. So generally from simple to complex. So it is an example of a coral reef community, and it is a forest community. So in this community also, here different organisms or communities are present. So here the living also different types of living organisms are occupied. So here the types of ecological succession. So classification based on different criteria. So here different types of ecological succession can be observed. So first one is the succession that is based on the starting, that is based on the first area, that is bare area, like that. So based on the starting area. So here two types, that is a primary succession and secondary succession. So based on the cause, that is based on the organism which causing this succession, it is autogenic succession or allogenic succession. So based on the community, that is autotrophic or and heterotrophic succession. And another one is based on the substratum, that is hydroxide and xeroxide. So if the succession which starts on the water bodies, so it is called as a hydroxide. So if the succession which starts on the dry areas, so it is called as a xeroxide. So primary succession. So primary succession means it starts from an area where there was no previous living matter is present. So the area there is no living organism previously existed. Okay. So example, rock surface or newly created pond. So the first community which is establishing is the in the new area, that is called as a pioneer community. So the area where, so first organism which are occupied, it is called as a pioneer community. So examples here, lichens and phytoplankton. So lichens and the rocks and phytoplanktons in the what you call new water bodies, any new water bodies. So here the bare rock surface, so without any life. So here the lichens, they start and growing on this. So generally these lichens, they grow in the dry habitats. So they start growing on these rocks. So lichens on the rock surface. So these are the primary succession. So here the primary succession means which starts on the area where there was no previous living matter. Secondary succession means, so it starts from a previously built up substratum. That is, here already the succession climax community is there, but due to some what you call fires or snowfall or biotic interventions, so this area becomes again there is no organisms. But before this incident, so here the organisms are present. Okay, so if the succession which starts on the previously built up substratum, that is already existing living matter, so it is called as a secondary succession. So that is sudden changes which causes the disappearance of the existing community. So for example, in the forest, that is due to forest fire, what happens? The plants which are growing in that forest area will become diminished. So here in that area again, from the what you seeds are the plant, the parts, some perennial parts which are present inside the soil, they start growing after this fire accident. So here again they start. So it is called as the secondary succession. So thus the area become devoid of any living matter. So here the secondary succession is comparatively rapid process. For this process, that is, so because here already the living matter is present. So here the growth of the organisms also somewhat rapid, that is fast growth will be seen in this secondary succession. Whereas the primary succession, there is no living matter is present or soil formation only, now only it will start. But here already soil is ready. So again they start and it is rapid growth. So another one is the autogenic succession. So after succession has begun, the community itself modifies its own environment and thus causing its own replacement. So due to their activities only, here the succession occurs. Because here so here due to the modifications in that community only, here the modifying of environment is occurring here. So it is called as the autogenic succession. Another one is the allogenic. So replacement of the existing community by external conditions, not by the existing organisms. So if there are changes which are occurring in the same area due to the external conditions, so it is called as the allogenic succession. So autogenic succession due to their organism. That, for example, here the fish death due to severe algal bloom. That is autogenic. So due to growth of these algal blooms which are present in the same area. So due to which here this environment is not suitable for this. Like that. So here the allogenic succession. So fish death is due to industrial river pollution. So here fish death is due to the several algal blooms, that is the organisms which are present inside this area only. So same as community. So it is called as the autogenic. So here due to the external conditions, like due to the polluted water which is released by the industries. So here the fish death occurred. So it is a allogenic. So here this is a replacement of the same community by their organisms, the organisms which are present in the same area. So it is called as autogenic succession. Allogenic means so replacement of the existing community by the external conditions. It is called as a allogenic succession. So next one is the process of ecosystem succession or ecological succession. So how this process will take place. So generally, one important point is that, so generally for the process of this ecological succession, it takes many hundreds of years to form the climax community. Okay. So it takes many years to form the climax community. So here process of ecological succession, it is completed through a series of sequential steps. So first step, that is the nuration. Second step is the invasion. Third one is the competition and coaction. Fourth one is the reaction. And fifth one is the stabilization. That is the climax. Stable community is formed. It is called as a climax. So first one, nuration. So the first step in the succession, that is a nuration. So here means here the without any life. So the area where there is no living organism. So development of a bare area. The main causes for this nuration is topographic, that is soil or topography related, and climatic conditions, like due to the glaciers or dry period or storms. So due to this, here there is no living organism existed. Biotic, that is a forest destruction, agriculture or disease epidemics. So due to which here the formation of bare area occurs. So next one is the invasion. So second step, that is a successful establishment of a species in the bare area. It is called as the invasion. So invasion, it is completed in 3 steps. First, what happens? The first migration of the organ, that is called spores or anything. They will through birds or any insects. So they will fall on this. So next one is the ecosis. Next one is the aggregation. So migration means that is a dispersal, seeds or spores. So to this place, for the bare area, so that is dispersal of seeds or spores or propagules reach the bare area through birds or any other methods or due to winds. So next one is the ecosis. That is, ecosis means the process of successful establishment of the species after they fall on that area. So they start germination, and they can withstand their that area. So it is called as a successful establishment. So next one is the seeds or spores germinate, grow and reproduce, and they can increase their number. So only few progenies survive. So in that condition, only few progenies will survive. So next one is the next step, that is the aggregation. So after ecosis, so individuals of the species increase their number and they stay close to each other. Okay, so here ecosis means here the successful establishment of the species, so they can adjust to that area and they can start germination and grow and reproduce. So it is the ecosis. So in next condition, that is the increase in their number. Okay, that is called as the aggregation. So next, third step. So these 3, migration, ecosis and aggregation, they comes under the invasion. So third one is the third process, that is the competition and coaction. So in second step, that is the growth of the seeds will occur, and also that they can increase their number. So due to which what happens on the same area, so here the competition will occur for the nutrients or for the place. So small area lo, so the number of species or organisms are increased. So due to which what happens, the fighting between them, that is competition will occur. So aggregation result in a large number of species within a limited space. So this result in competition for food and also for this space. So competition may be intraspecific or interspecific. So the competition, that is fighting between the same species or between the different species. So here, for example, the competition between the tigers. So here the different species. So individuals of the species affect each other, and that is called as a coaction, and competition and coaction result in elimination of unfit individuals and survival of the fit individuals. So what happens? So during this competition, though there are organisms which are strong, they can only survive, and they are weak, they cannot survive. So they will be removed or eliminated. So a species with wide reproductive capacity and ecological amplitude will survive. So fourth step, that is the most important stage in the ecological succession. So it is the modification of the environment through the influence of living organisms which are present in it. So after which, after competition, the organisms that they will fit, they can survive. So here the changes in that environment will occur. So due to reaction, change in the soil, water, light, and temperature, etc., are modified in that environment. So due to the modification, the present community becomes unsuitable for the existing environmental conditions. So here what happens? A plant, the organisms, due to their changes, the modifications will occur due to these organisms only, and it is not suitable for them only. Okay. So due to the modification, the present community becomes unsuitable for their existence. So such communities will be quickly replaced by the another community. So seer means the whole sequence of the community that replaces one another in the given area. It is called as a seer, ecological seer. So various communities contribute the seer are called as serial communities or serial stages. So next one is the last step, that is the stabilization. So last stage of the ecological succession, it is the stabilization or formation of climax community. So final community becomes more or less stabilized for longer time. So after finals, after the climax community, so it is stable and it cannot be replaced by other as community. So this community can maintain its equilibrium with the climate of the area. So this final community, it is called as a climax community or climax stage. So climax community, it is not replaced by the other communities. So the climax community is determined by the climate of the region. So for example, climax community of forest, grassland, and coral reef. So it is varies. So this is about the